What is going on, beautiful people? It is your host with the most, Mr. Meyer, with the fire, here to share ideas and take the collective vibration higher. It's Mars Day with Mark, number, I don't even know what number, 40,000 at this point. So welcome to the Inner Temple. Today is March 26th, and this is going to be the weekly astrology forecast for the week ending on Tuesday, April 2nd. So sit back, relax, feast your eyes on the chart. Lo and behold, there are changes happening every day, and I'm going to run you through some of them. I could literally talk about astrology all day. That's not the point. I set the intention now to connect with the collective. Let this be for the best and highest good of all. Blessed be. I just want to tell you what I see. And I hope you enjoy it. If you do, consider leaving the like, consider leaving a comment, consider sharing the video. Please and thank you. I saw this move. I want to tell you, I don't have any notes right now. So this is unscripted. It's a freestyle. And when I hit 1 week in the future, that button on my phone, I saw that Vesta goes into Cancer. And Vesta starts at 28 Gemini this week. So we do have an ingress. And this change talks about cleaning up our hearts for the next, it's going to be some months. 3 months, 4 months, who knows? Vesta Cancer, the transit, is going to be about purifying our hearts, purifying our homes, and cleaning up our homes. Among other things, I'm a natal Vesta Cancer. I digress. I'm not going to get into that subjective yap fest. Today, the sun is at 6 degrees of Aries. So I want to shout out my Aries people. Michelle, I love you. Heather, I love you. You're like the first two Aries that come to my mind. Sophie's Aries moon, I love you. I got Aries in my chart. I don't really have any placements besides like asteroids. But if I could like acknowledge every Aries placement, I love that we'd be doing this all damn day. So either way, the point is the focus for the world right now, guys, sun energy, 6 degrees, Aries sun. Focus is you. That's what Aries energy represents, the spark of life. This is springtime. So I hope you're enjoying the springtime. If it is technically spring in your hemisphere, it may not necessarily be for some in the southern hemisphere. But you should see what I'm saying. And if you don't see what I'm saying, you just have to be there. And that is a geography joke. So I would just encourage everybody hearing this message right now to be in the spirit of happiness, joy, and expansion. I feel like those three all run kind of parallel in the Aries energy. So for the next 24 days, because that's what the sun is going to be doing, Aries energy for the next 24 days, I would just say make you and your growth and your path your focus. And with Aries being the first sign of the zodiac, let me be very clear, guys, that some of this energy may feel kind of like wandering, or there's an impulsiveness, or the newness that this energy brings even can be somewhat confusing. You may not have it mapped out already, and that is kind of the point of new, and that's kind of the point of expansion. So I hope it's coming full circle. I hope you're seeing what I'm saying, and it's not just words. I hope you're actually having an experience with the solar system as I'm yapping my gums. Today, the moon is mooning hard as fuck. I know I say this often, guys, but like, I'm about to cry. I'm really going through it right now, dude. The moon just broke full. And what that means is yesterday, I think it was 2 days ago. Yeah, about 2 days ago, 24th, we had our lunar eclipse, which is a full moon, but it's a full moon in the same sign as the node. So you should see that as I'm saying it in the second house of this local chart. You got the moon and then you got the node. And that says also, by that same logic, guys, that this next new moon that's coming up, when we have our new moon in Aries, let me like literally, I'm gonna have to hit this a bunch of times, but let me move it up until the moon goes up there. The point is, you should see that the new moon is going to be in Aries conjunct a node, and that makes an eclipse. I went over it. Back. There you go. Boom. See? You'll see it. It's in the future, so we'll talk about it later. But what happened, dude? We had a full moon lunar eclipse. What the hell does that mean? The full moon lunar eclipse means, I mean, we should all know this at this point, but a full moon is a cycle of release. These are for releasing, new moons are for manifesting and new beginnings, etc. So whenever these lunations, new or full moons, hit the nodes and we have these eclipses, they carry super high amounts of energy and potency in the science that's being expressed, and that's crazy. So this cycle of release that we're in right now deals with relationships. It deals with people, which is what Libra is, but namely the person you are, Aries. So you'll see that I can't be the only one who got their shit rocked in this eclipse, guys. Because, bruh, like, without getting too personal, I just want to say I was crying my eyes out, like bawling like a baby while my girlfriend held me, like processing so much shit from my past. I mention this, and we talk about this as astrologers, that these lunar and solar eclipses, they're huge windows. So I feel like my whole life got like turned upside down, but it's good stuff. Ultimately, we're still here making a video, aren't we? Any day above ground is a good day, certainly. But I just want to say, guys, my heart might be kind of tender because I'm definitely in a cycle of release. Like I've been telling people what happens in the full moon cycles, but what's just crazy, I'm a Libra moon personally. So this one definitely like hit me in the fucking heart. And it be like that sometimes, guys. So I really wish peace on you listening to me right now. That is what Libra represents, and I believe that's what this is for. The whole spirit of this is to bring peace into the world, bring peace into the life that you live, to choose peace. And I want to say something that I've learned personally through astrology is that the natal moon in the chart reflects your self-image. And everybody has a self-image. What do I mean? Self-image is how you see yourself. And think about it this way. If the moon sign does reflect this, that's going to say that our self-images in life are somewhat subconscious or conditioned by our natures, right? So it's vitally important that you get to know yourself through astrology and know your moon sign, love yourself through your moon sign, and have a positive self-image, whatever that means to you. If you need help with your moon sign, go onto my YouTube and listen to Simplified Astrology. It's absolutely free. Get your chart, take that dive into yourself, and you will thank yourself. The world needs you to know yourself so you can love yourself ultimately. And that's what this conversation is really about, guys. When it comes to relationships and people, we've got a whole bunch of planets I could talk about, and I'm going to zoom into them and just keep talking. When it comes to relationships and people, the world is our mirror, meaning this. On some level, it's only one organism. It's the universe. It's one energy, one consciousness. So everybody is the same, and what we do to each other, we really do to ourselves. This conversation parallels the phrase giving is receiving. Love is the most beautiful, powerful, potent force in the entire world. Love is the only reason that you and I are here right now, literally and physically. And that's something to think about. When it comes to growth, expansion, new beginnings, or even just scaling what we've built already, we have to be willing to receive. And you've got to be willing to give. And you've got to be able to recognize beyond your self-image, recognize your spirit, your energy, your sun, the fact that you create your life and create the life that you want to live. Give yourself the energies you wish to receive. It's easy to be tricked in this world into thinking that the love outside of you is better than the love inside of you. And it's an even trickier thing when you believe that the love outside of you isn't the love that's inside of you. So let me make myself very clear. The love that you receive from other people and me is the love you give yourself. Never forget that. And you may need to rewind that and think about that again. Please understand that before you keep listening, okay? Because I do love you. But for you to feel it, you've got to meet me halfway. You understand? If you're understanding, can you say I understand in the comments and then leave the Saturn emoji right next to it? I don't usually ask for these messages as often, but because this is such a powerful conversation, when I see in this video, I understand with the Saturn emoji, I'll know you are seeing and feeling this inside of yourself, okay? You are the most loved, truly the most loved. We've got Vesta squared Neptune right now, man. I feel like there's so much cleansing going on in the world right now, and it's somewhat difficult to keep up with the times, with the fast adjustments. And we've been talking about this conjunction going on for all year. Like the last 12 months, this has been something to look at, and it's really peaking. And what do I mean? These two glyphs. On 20 degrees of Taurus, which is on the left, you've got Uranus, which is a pretty far out planet. It represents change. It represents revolution and raising the vibration or accelerating things. So Uranus is an independent, freeing machine. It's a liberator. And then you've got Jupiter at 16 degrees of Taurus. And Jupiter is technically one of the inner planets because you can see it without the telescope. And that's going to mean that it moves a lot faster than Uranus. So your Jupiter in the sky is going to move about, around the whole wheel once every 12 years. Uranus, on the other hand, about once every 84 years. So I just want to say for reference, that's going to mean that there's a cycle between these two where the slower moving planet is going to move like the hour hand, and then the faster moving planet, Jupiter, is going to move like the minute hand. Hope that makes sense. So what you're going to see is that the minute and the hour hand, they're going to join together once basically every 13 years. And it's going to happen this year. How soon? 1 week, 2 weeks, about three to 4 weeks, about 1 month from now, guys. But like I said, we've been talking about this. This pressure has been building. There are so many changes happening right now. Jupiter conjunct Uranus will bring even more changes, but it will also bring a new beginning because that's the beginning of the Jupiter-Uranus cycle. Jupiter, as opposed to Uranus with liberation and freedom, Jupiter really experiences expansion through its energy, or we experience expansion through Jupiter's energy, I could say, and probably should say. Jupiter rules growth in life. Jupiter governs meaning. Those are simple words, but very deep. So, what you're going to see this year is spiritual awakening on a mass level. We're already seeing it. Mark my words, guys. 1 month from now, we are going to see a mass spiritual awakening. And we're also going to see a lot of economic changes. Can't tell you how. I can tell you why. It's this conjunction. Can't tell you how. The only way to reliably predict the future is to create it. So that's something to remember. But on another hand, I mean, this is kind of the same hand now that I think about it. Big money and options, optionality, the ability to control time. For some people, this is going to be about getting rich quick. Or the slow, steady route. Doesn't have to be quick. So let's run through a couple more of these planets. Before I run through the planets, let me give you the bottom line, because attention is currency, energy is everything. I really don't want to lose you in this conversation. Short, sweet, brief, to the point. It's Aries season. We got a lot of fucking Pisces energy, but the bottom line is the North Node is in Aries as well. We were talking about the eclipses, so we've basically covered it, but don't forget you've got Chiron very close to the North Node. We've got Eris transiting Aries, which is another video in itself. I want to say, simply, the focus right now for the world is healing. Healing yourself, Aries. Exploring yourself, that's the North Node. Healing, that's Chiron. And then embracing the darkness is what Aries Eris tells me. And you've got Mercury here too, just saying, think for yourself right now. Make it make sense. Collaboration is needed. And when you communicate with anybody, because we all have to communicate, you got to understand the art of communication, and it's a science too. So if you don't study communication, your life is probably suffering tremendously because of it. So ask yourself, what's my outcome in all circumstances, but especially when it comes to navigating conversations with people, because a lot of times people's intention may be to avoid things all entirely, or to argue or to dominate in a conversation. And if you're not seeking collaboration, you are probably missing out on true connection with people. So don't forget that. You can rewind that one too, man. That's real. So planets, man. And also, let me really be clear before we get into planets. Let me flip this on the head. This is how you could fuck this up. Don't fuck this up, dude. Don't fuck it up this time. Let me be clear, man. South Node Libra, this means all the people-pleasing tendencies. The best thing in life, period, is to help other people. Because when you help other people, you receive the gift of blessing somebody. Right? Meaning you get to receive by giving. There's nothing better than giving in this world. But if you don't check the people pleaser, and what I mean as a 15-degree Libra moon in my natal chart, guys, I mean, if you don't check the part of you that's willing to bend yourself over for somebody, you might just bend and snap. And I'm not talking dance, like that's not fun. I'm talking about breaking your back for somebody, metaphorically. Fuck that. 15-degree Libra energy, South Node could also look like, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be the South Node, but this Libra energy could look like bending your truth to make somebody comfortable. Let's not do that. So beyond the interpersonal parts of this energy, I want to say something a little bit more psychological, esoteric, basically, and say that this 15 Libra is the sign of peace. Libra is the sign of balance, even beauty, aesthetics. Everything good in life is Libra and Taurus. And I want to say, take that with a grain of salt, because it's more meant to be taken symbolically than literally. Archetypally, I could even say. So let me be to the point now. This energy right here, guys, is about letting go of the vanity or the damages that vanity can cause. I love nice things. I love when things are nice and peaceful and beautiful. But this is talking about not hiding shit under beauty or niceness or even silence, really. Like calling shit out and really getting balance, really getting peace. Libra rules lying too. I don't think it's just Libra that we could blame on lies. Any sign can lie, but I can just say lying from a Libra perspective talks about seeing the truth and then just making something up, fabricating a different appearance to make it feel nice. Or it's not right, but you find a way to deal with it. That's not okay. That's what this energy is really talking about. So I really just want to say, guys, that the key is truth. I could simplify it in one word. The key is truth. The key is truth. The key is truth. So let's talk about those planets right quick. Like I said, we basically nailed those nodes down. So the Mercury, how we think, how we communicate. And the Mercury is in the pre-retro shadow. So we'll have Mercury retrograde starting what day? Let me see for you guys. Mercury retrograde is about to start. You're already feeling it because of the pre-retro shadow, but look at this, guys. On next Tuesday, so in 1 week, we're going to be actually seeing Mercury station retrograde, okay? And that just means that things are going to slow down, so you want to slow down too. And really, depending on the way your Mercury works in your life, things may kind of speed up for you at this time. I can't promise how it's going to go, but I would just say because Mercury rules communication and everything built out of communication, which even means technology, you're going to want to slow down when you drive. You're going to want to drive defensively. You're going to want to back up your data. You're going to want to ask more questions in conversations. You're going to want to leave assumptions in the trash. Things of that nature. You're going to want to clean your fucking room with Mercury retrograde. Let me be very clear. Mercury is your mind. And your environment is a reflection of your mind. So all the things on your desk, all the clutter or dust under your bed, the crap in your closet, even the place you choose to live, it's a choice. The place you choose to live, that's a reflection of your spirit. So pay attention to your environment. Some of y'all need to fucking move. Some of you need to clean your fucking room. Some of you just need to appreciate the perfection you've built. So I hope that is well received. Venus is in the sign of Pisces, so mama loves this. Venus is all about love. Pisces is unconditional and universal, so you see why that's fun for Venus, right? And I just learned about this, guys, so I'm going to tell you something that's kind of new to me. And this is a darker conversation, I think, so I just want to say, I usually don't give trigger warnings, but you heard what I said. So while we're breathing deeply, Venus represents love. And I would encourage you to Google Nessus and read about it yourself, too. Don't believe everything I'm saying, but read and think for yourself. Nessus, Nessus. Conjunct Venus. Venus, technically, I think Venus goes faster. So it looks like Venus already passed Nessus, but this conjunction has been affecting our love. And from what I read very briefly, Nessus is a potential to be abusive or to experience abuse. So that's rough, man. When it comes to relationships, violations of trust, sanctity, violation in general is just inexcusable by the definition of the word. So when I say my heart goes out to this world, man, and the focus right now is healing, I mean that shit, dude. And we are one universe, the world is our mirror, etc. So while this conversation will absolutely hit everybody on a different level, you know, it's worth opening our mind for healing for those that need it, and even ourself, whether it's perpetrator or victim, recognizing that we can play both roles. And if we check the thread of fate that weaves our life into becoming, if you look far enough on either end, you will see yourself playing both roles. And that's a hard message to swallow, and some of you will deny this message. And that's okay. We all learn. It just takes time. This world is beautiful. This world is rich. And if we understand how this world works and we take care of ourselves, we can experience the most beautiful and safe world. I don't mean to bring the vibe down, y'all. I just want to say, like, this is a crazy conversation for real that I'm seeing with the Venus Nessus thing. So I'm going to be real about myself. Let me break this fourth wall for a second, guys, and get a little bit personal, because I'm the one delivering you this message, and I just want to share what's on my heart. I've been doing so much release through this lunar eclipse, and really what's hard to talk about, what I need to talk about, is that I'm struggling with self-hatred. And that's crazy because I'm a very positive person and I share so much with the world and I lift others so high. So it's easy for a person like me to want to deny that I hate myself because it's embarrassing. It's really fucking embarrassing, and it makes me feel weak, and it makes me feel strong and not important. And it's a complicated, I'm not trying to get a free therapy session here, even though this is probably better than therapy, but it's a complicated story, and I can't even really explain in this video all the why I got to this point. But life can be complicated and confusing, man, and you gotta really value yourself and understand your self-image. So I do know that I create my self-image now, and I will never choose to consciously hate myself, but I just want to say my past and my conditioning and the things I've been through in my life, I internalized self-hatred, and I didn't know any better. So that energy, internalized, suppressed, like denial, think about this, guys. Anything suppressed can get distorted. So I just want to use me for an example, is to say that by me holding damn near my entire life, if not actually my entire life, some energy of self-hatred and not having expressed it, me holding it, suppressed things being distorted, that this does distort the way I love. And this is very terrifying for me, and it's very confusing sometimes. because I'm afraid to be hurt, and I know I need people, so I'm afraid to hurt them. So I just want to say that this shit is raw. We got to choose peace. We got to choose the things we want to live, because ultimately, if we realize it or not, it's always a choice. We are creating our lives, you know. I know we're way off in the Pisces constellation, so I'm going to bring it back to Earth in a second, guys. Thanks for bearing with me. Oh, my God. It's a Pisces stellium. Good Lord, guys. So I just want to say, if there's a lot of crying on your end, too, know that you're not alone. God, you are not fucking alone. It's been fucking rivers over here, dude. It's been rivers, man. Like my great-great-grandmother's tears. So Mars is going through Pisces too, and I feel like over these months, maybe like a month or two, if my math is mathing, when Mars is going through Pisces, this is going to really cut a lot of weight off of our spirits, guys. Things really are getting good. And I made a post the other day on TikTok about Scorpio moons and how they really are like a barometer. And I saw a Scorpio moon comment just saying after this eclipse, they're really not okay. And I just want to let everybody know, dude, like, give it a little bit of time. Things are really gonna get better. I think they're already good. We can count our blessings all day today until we fall asleep if we really wanted to and tried. I'm challenging you, try it. Count your blessings, at least 10. And then could you go to 20 or 100? Yeah, you really could. Life, air, internet. You know what I mean? Come on. Your life is good. It is good. So take time to breathe deep and cleanse your mind, because in 1 week, Mercury retrograde is going to start. And then at the same time, Vesta will move into Cancer. And this is the sacred flame that burns eternal. Listen to that again. And this flame is going to transit Cancer, going through all of our heart spaces. So I need you to know there may be some more tears coming, but this is liberation. This is the change we need. And you see, when this is happening, we're going to have Venus conjunct Neptune, making that square with this planet, applying in. And I just want to say, God has a gift for you. Goddess has a gift for you. Your higher self even. Whatever you want to call it, man, please receive this message. In a couple weeks, God has a gift for you. So be ready to receive the love. Love is way more valuable than money or anything in the world, because it nurtures, supports, and creates your life itself. I want you to know very soon, there is a gift of love coming for you that is bigger than any gift of love you've ever received yet. Stick around and get ready to receive it, because you are not going to want to miss this shit, man. This is for you. I love the fuck out of you. I'm going to turn the video off before I start crying some more, okay? Be well, take care of yourself. There are big changes happening right now in the collective, and especially when it comes to loving ourselves. So I hope you received something valuable from this message. I want to shout out my fire fam. Thank you for being inspired. Thank you for being committed to evolution, which really means just learning and growing, being your best self. And I want to just say, because I've said this conversation or something to the effect before, that better means superior. You know, better is the antonym of worse. So when you better yourself, you're operating through a superior conduct, and actions determine who you are. So if you're out here struggling with self-image like me, self-hatred, identity, things of that nature, I want to acknowledge you for learning today. That was a commitment that you made yourself to better yourself. That's superior action, making you a superior person. And I know that this can be hard to receive, but you simply need to hear, dude, you're better than a lot of people. And it's not worth blaming them or subordinating other people. We love these people, but sometimes life gives us the opportunity to lead. So my friend, I want you to know you're a good leader, and I love you so fucking much for listening to this, because you could be doing anything with your day, truly. We might not be able to meet physically, but you're my friend, and I fucking love you so much. I didn't think I was going to cry, but I'm crying so hard right now, guys. I'm going to turn this shit off, man, because, like, I'm embarrassed, but it's all good. I'm embarrassed. I think that was a pretty good 360. We got to Virgo, we got to Pisces, Pluto's in Aquarius. Good God, what the hell does that mean? I'm asking you guys. Can you please join Simplified Astrology and figure this shit out for me? Let me know what you think. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. I'm going to take it easy. I'm going to take care of me for you. You take care of you for me. Blessed be, blessed we. And I'll see you guys next time on episode like 3 million.